Hello my friends, and welcome to a reading vlog. It is currently, as I start filming this, the 23rd of June. And I've only, in June so far, read 2 books. This is not very many. It is fair, only because I had exams for the majority of June. So I intend to read a bunch of books in the last week, 7.5 days of June that are still left. And I figured I would bring you along for that ride in this reading vlog. I can tell you the 2 books that I've already read to also make this my June wrap up, maybe. So the first book I read in June was The Kingdom of Back by Muriel. This follows Marianne Mozart, who is Wolfgang Mozart's older sister. She was also a pianist and a composer, and this follows kind of her life. There's magical elements where there's the Kingdom of Back, which they used to dream of, talk about together, but one of the people in that kingdom, a fairy named Hyacinth, approaches Marianne and offers to fulfill her wish to be immortal. And I really like this book. I feel like it could have been a bit weirder in the way that there was some dead air. The pacing was kind of slow, which is fine for a more historical book, I guess. But I really loved the parts where it was just getting weird, where that weirdness was just twisting to be a bit wrong and scary. I really enjoyed those parts, and I feel like she could have elaborated on that a bit more. Nevertheless, I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. And then I read Lap Girl by Hope Yaren. This is a memoir, autobiography, I don't really know what the difference is, from Dr. Hope Yaren, who is a paleobotanist, I believe, and stuff. And she wrote this book about her life becoming a scientist, and also some fun facts about trees and teaching people about trees. I give this book 5 stars. I'm not normally into nonfiction, but her writing style is very, I don't know, it could be a novel in this way. And I thought it was very well written and incredibly funny. So I would definitely recommend it. As for what else I'll be reading in this reading vlog, now we're here in the intro, I am currently reading, I should have set my camera down instead of just holding it in this bit because I'm sitting anyway, but I didn't do that, so I'm sorry if it's shaky. I'm reading Mask of Shadows by Oscar de Muriel. This is set in 1889 in Edinburgh, where they're performing the Scottish play, and a murder is going to happen, and there's a murder investigation. I'm about 100 pages in. I started today, and I find it incredibly fun so far. And then I just went to the library for the first time in a while, and I picked up a whole bunch of books. I am not going to get to all of them. I might never get to all of them, but these sounded interesting, and I might read them. So I will show those to you in a bit of a library haul. This is The Dreamers by Karen Thompson Walker. It's about a university town where women start to fall asleep and they won't wake up. That's all I know. And yeah, I know very little about most of these books. Then I got The Beautiful Bureaucrat by Helen. Phillips. It's about a woman doing administration work or working a database for a bit of a shady organization, and things get weird. That's all it says. I don't know. Gonna find out at some point. Then I have Killing Is My Business by Adam Christopher. This is about a robot PI turned hitman in the 60s, I believe. This is the second book in the series. The first one is Made to Kill. I read Made to Kill earlier this year. Enjoyed it. I like PIs. I'm listening to the Penumbra podcast, and Juno Steele is incredible. And this isn't as good as Penumbra, or at least the first one wasn't, but still has approximately the same vibes. The last English one I got was The Infinite Lives of Maisie Day. I'm gonna read the back to you. It's Maisie's birthday. She's hoping for the things she needs to build her own nuclear reactor. But the house is empty, and outside the front door is nothing but a dense, terrifying blackness. Trapped in an ever-shifting reality, Maisie will have to rely on the laws of the universe and the love of her family to save her. And even that might not be enough. I don't know what that means. And I have two Dutch books. Well, they're translated. The first is Station 11 by Miss Angel Mandel. I've been recommended this book very often, and I've been wanting to read it for a while, but not enough to buy it. I saw it at the library, and I want to read it. However, I'm a bit turned off by the fact that it is the translation. This is in Dutch. I don't like to read in Dutch that much. And then lastly, which I picked up just at the beginning, is A Ballad of Snakes and Songbirds by Suzanne. I had not been planning to read that. However, it was at the library, and I figured I could pick it up and start it if I felt like it, and also my sister might want to read it. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get to that one. I don't know if I'll get to any of these. I only know it's now in the time. Ooh, that was my water almost off my desk. I'm going to read Mask of Shadows now, so I'll keep you updated. Hi. It's about 30 minutes later. I'm still in the same spot. I'm about to get a haircut, and I just read the first page of these 4 books to determine which one I wanted to read at the same time as Mask of Shadows. Then I read this one, which I wanted to read the first page of, and then read the first chapter of because I was intrigued, and it sounds really fun. So this is actually the one I am going to read. Hello friends, it's now the evening of the 24th. I got a haircut. I can show you. This doesn't mean anything. I can show it to you, but oh, now I need to shut you down here for 1 second. I'll let you know as you see better tomorrow. The point is, I've not done any reading. This is start beginning. This is actually quite comfortable. This is a start. This is a bad beginning to the reading vlog. Yesterday after I went to get a haircut, I had a board meeting with, well, my board, my studio association, that turned into board drinks, which is always better than the other way around. But that means that the moment that I got home, I just hang out with my roommates for another hour where I was a little bit drunk, and then went to bed. Then this morning I read about 50 pages of Mask of Shadows, so I read that much. That's some progress, not really the reading challenge vlog, whatever I had hoped for, but it's whatever, I guess. And then today, I socially distant hang out in the park with 2 of my high school friends from 11:30 until 5:30. After which I came home, ate, went for a little dip in our tiny baby swimming pool in our backyard with my mom, and it is now almost 8. So I'm gonna try to read some more tonight. Let's see how that goes, shall we? Hello friends, it is now a bit later. I'm about to go to sleep. It's about 10. I like to go to sleep early. And I read about another 50 pages of Mask of Shadows. We're now on page 250, which is that far in. And I really like it so far. The main character, Frey, is pretty unlikable, but like in a good way. Like he's a bit of a dick, but I really enjoy that about him. And I think it's so funny. But the setting also is very good. I really like that I recognize elements of it. Like it's set in the 1880s, which is a very fun time period in my opinion. But also like I went to Edinburgh last summer, so about a year ago. So, and there's already like so many things that they mentioned that I like recognize, whether it's just like, you know, that shop on the Royal Mile or Mary St. Clothes or whatever. So that is very fun in my opinion. And then also there's like characters that are real people. Like, Bram Stoker is one of the main characters, and like they mention Oscar Wilde a bunch of times. So that's really fun for me to recognize a bunch of names and places. I don't really have an obvious idea of who is. It also asks, not only do they not know who the killer is and are trying to find that out, they're also trying to find out who the victim is going to be. Because, basically, I don't think I've said what this is about. The birds are being very loud. It's about inspectors Freya McRae, who are CID in Edinburgh and kind of inspect paranormal things. And there's a theatre company doing Macbeth from London to Edinburgh, where in London, their last show, they got they cited a banshee who left a note that someone was going to be murdered at opening night one day in Edinburgh. So Freya McRae are trying to solve that murder that hasn't happened yet. So that's what the book is about, and it's really fun so far. Yeah, so I'll try to read more tomorrow, but I'll keep you updated. Friends, I have been reading in the garden for a while now. Probably about an hour, a little bit less, I don't know. It's quite nice outside. It's gonna be super hot today, but I'm in the shade and it's still pretty chill. I have a little less than 100 pages left. So I'm at Act 5 now, and I intend to finish it today. Hello friends, it is now about 5 on the 25th. I've gotten a little bit of a sunburn from sitting in the garden all day. But I've also finished Mask of Shadows by Oscar de Mero. Sorry. I really liked this book. I really liked the setting and the characters. Bram Stoker's my favourite character, and I really want to read Dracula now just because I think Stoker is a fascinating guy. As well as I really enjoyed the dynamics between the detectives. It is probably a tried and true dynamic, but I don't think that makes it less of a good one. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'm just not like good at murder mysteries. I invested with all of the characters going on, then I was more curious who was going to die or who was going to be the intended victim than who was going to be the murderer. Which I think makes it a good idea of this book to make the victim also question, because otherwise I probably would not have been as interested. I liked it. Was it a paranormal or was it not? Overall, I would give it probably 4 stars. I do have to say that this is apparently the 3rd book in a series, or at least it's like, so these 2 detectives, Freya McRae, there's 2 earlier books about their cases that are before this one. But this one can be read as a standalone. At least I read it as a standalone. Maybe you'd like it better if you read the other 2 first. But I don't tend to mind being thrown into a story a little bit. I don't need everything to be explained to me immediately. So I didn't mind that it took a bit longer for them to explain something about Frey's past, for example. I thought it was fine. So I am tempted to 1, pick up Dracula, and 2, pick up The String of Murders, the first one in it, which is about a violinist being murdered, I believe. That one sounded more interesting to me than the 2nd book in the series. So I might pick that up if I see it around. I do like it. I'm curious to see how they introduce these characters, because there was very little introduction done in this book, but I didn't mind it, but it makes sense if it was the 3rd in what is practically a series. Yeah, so I thought I'd update you on kind of my plan for the rest of the week, because it's currently the 25th, which means I have 5 days and a bit to still read. This was my 3rd book in June. I want to read at least 5. So I want to read at least 2 more books in the next 5 days, which is very doable. Next up is the beautiful Bureaucrat, and I will let you know how that goes. Hello friends, it is about 9:30 on the morning of the 26th, and I just finished The Beautiful Bureaucrat by Helen Phillips. I quite like this book. It's very strange. It is very close to exactly the kind of weird and strange that I like. Like, surrealist, not even surrealist, oh god, what's that word? Vervreemding in Dutch. Kind of like taking very normal aspects of life and making them just a little bit like ridiculous. And that I really enjoyed. I gave this probably 3.5, maybe 4 out of 5 stars. Because the ending felt a little bit flat for me, and there were a few things where I feel like it could have done more. But I did thoroughly enjoy this. Did I tell you what it's about? I don't think so. It's about this woman, Josephine, who starts a job at a filing company, and she just has to put a number check a number from a file with a number that's in the database, and then change the database if the database is wrong. And this is a very boring job, but she finds out that there's a little bit of a sinister thing going on. Weird shit's going on with her work, and also when her husband's being a bit strange. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel like I could have done more a little bit, but I did really enjoy it for what it was, I think. So that's why 3.5 out of 5 stars. Hello friends, I look like absolute shit right now, but that's fine. I just got home from, it's the 27th right now, it's a Saturday. I spent all day helping 2 of my friends move house, because I'm the only one in our friend group with access to a car, which means that I am invaluable in moving days. So I've helped everyone in our friend group move, which I like to do it. It is exhausting though. It was like 28 degrees today, Celsius, which is very warm to be moving things up, heavy things up 4 flights of stairs. So I am properly exhausted right now. I did start reading the Infinite Lives of Maisie Day. It's pretty funny so far. Not a lot to remark upon. I might read a bit more of that today, but I feel like just lying down and watching YouTube. Yeah, that's what this update is. Bye. Hello friends, it has been close to a week, I'm so sorry, since I last filmed. It is currently the 5th of July, I think. Which also means it's been almost a week since I finished The Infinite Lives of Maisie Day. I thought it was quite fun. I didn't really know who the book was for. The main character is 10, but a lot of the concepts and words that are used are much more difficult, I think, than a 10-year-old would get. Like, I struggle with some of the concepts. But, I mean, it's about gifted children, so maybe that's who it's for. I don't know. So that was something that I wasn't certain of. I didn't see the plot twist coming, which was very nice. Other than that, yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was gonna be something else, but it wasn't. It was fun. It was a very quick read. It didn't like blow me away, but I did really enjoy it. I gave it 3 stars, I think, maybe 4, 3.5. I think is good. So yeah, I finished that on the 29th or the 30th of June. In the few days since, because it's been a while, I will tell you about the things I've started reading, because I've continued reading a book and I've started reading a book. The book that I've continued reading is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I'd read the first half of this approximately like 6 months ago, or maybe even longer ago than that. And I now decided to pick it back up. I am currently on page 150. And I mean, it's a bit tough to get to. I really like I prefer the monsters part, like his narration, to Vicky Frankenstein's. I don't know why, but I did like it more. And I mean, I've already stopped it to read something else, so that can't be good. But I intend to finish it someday. And the other one isn't there. Oh, my room's a mess. I'm gonna paint a wall, so like I've changed things around. That's the next video. Let me quickly move to the other room. It's here. It is the house in the Cerulean Sea. Is that a real sea? I don't know. By TJ Klune. Ooh, by TJ Klune. This one, a friend of mine recommended to me because she'd read it recently and was obsessed with it. I'm currently that far in. I started 2 days ago, I think, and I absolutely adore it. This is in the running for one of my next favorite books, but I haven't finished it yet. And because it is now July, I have decided that this is where this vlog should definitely end, because it was about my reading in June. And I did manage to read 5 books in June total now, which is quite nice. I feel like I could have pushed myself a bit more with the reading I did in the week that I actually vlogged, but whatever. Yeah. That's my pizza that's ready. So this is where we're gonna end this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you read something fun in June. I don't know when this video is gonna go up. It's gonna be like a week or two into July already, but that doesn't matter. I will see you again soon. Goodbye.